Hey guys, I want to review the zero product property and give you a chance to see it one more time for you guys that maybe missed it or just didn't understand it the first time. So again, the zero product property. When we do the zero product property or use it, we set each parentheses equal to 0 and then we solve. Okay? So if you notice here, every problem has the parentheses equal to 0. Equal to 0 here, equal to 0 here, equal to 0 here, equal to 0. They're all equal to 0. So in order to do this, you have to have it 0 on the right side. Okay, so let's focus in on number 1. Now, once you have that, you're going to look at each parenthesis and you say, well, what is going to make this parenthesis equal to 0? What will make this whole thing true? Because if I can make this equal 0, well, then that will equal this 0. And that will make this equation true. So I say, well, what do I plug in here to make this equal 0? Well, the answer would be 5. Because 5 minus 5 is 0. And that is my first solution. X equals 5. And then what would I plug in here to make it 0? Well, this is plus 3. And if I did 3 plus 3, that would be 6. So it can't be plus 3. It has to be negative 3. Okay? So then what I want to do is write that as one answer. Because here I have one answer here and one answer here. I want it to be one answer written together. And I would write x equals 5, comma, negative 3. Okay? Another way to look at this is to say, well, what makes x minus 5 0? I can write x minus 5 here and make it equal 0 and then solve that. X minus 5, well, now in order to get rid of that 5, I need to add 5 to both sides. And then x equals 0 plus 5, x equals 5, same answer again as I got before. And you could do the same to the right. Now with the first one, it's pretty obvious. If this number is plus, this number is negative. If this number is minus, this number is positive. And we call that x is a liar. X is a liar. Because the number that's next to the variable or next to the letter x, it's lying to you. Because the answer is not negative 5, it's positive 5. The answer is not positive 3, it's negative 3. So we say x is a liar. Okay? Now going to the next one, on B. Now here, it's not so obvious. What do I plug in here to make it 0? I don't know. Well, let's go to the next one. What do I plug in here? Well, here it's pretty obvious. I would plug in 3, because 3 minus 3 is 0. Or x is a liar, and if this is negative, this is positive. Okay, but let's focus in on the first one. Here, let's pull it to the side, and we'll do 2x minus 5 equals 0. Add 5 to both sides, solve it like an equation, and now divide by 2 to get rid of that 2, and x equals 5 over 2. And there's our two answers. X equals 5 over 2, comma, 3. And remember, you want to separate your answers by a comma.
Okay, so let's now look at another one. So the C, you could do it the same way. And then the next one I want to look at is E. Okay, so with E, it looks a little different because we don't have two parentheses. But we could put parentheses around this term. So we have to say to ourselves, what would I plug in here to make everything equal 0? Well, if I plugged in 0, 0 times 3 is 0. And then this 0 times all of that would still be 0. So my first answer would be x equals 0. And then here, well, I remember that x is a liar. And if this is plus 7, then it would have to be negative 7. Because negative 7 plus 7 is equal to 0. So there's my second answer. And you would do F the same way. And that should help you finish the rest of these problems.